back, gamers. Today we are playing Final Fantasy X. This is the HD remake. We're just going to continue off from where we were last.
Hey, sleepyhead. Something I want to give you.
Whoa! You're giving this to me?
Yeah, use it well.
That's the sword you gave Chapu.
Well, he never used it. Where's Yuna?
We're taking the same boat as Yuna, right? Why do we gotta wait here?
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now, today, she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together.
You really don't need all that luggage.
They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
Okay, off we go.
Alright, and we're just going to go to the ship after a little quick battle here.
Here comes one now. Hey, why don't you try out that sword I gave you?
Overkill.
No problem.
Not too shabby. You kept up with him pretty well. Might make a good guardian someday. A flyer! My kind of customer.
And you do actually need Wakka and a lot of, you need certain kinds of friends, really, party group members, in order to actually fight certain enemies. Like Wakka can fight things that are in the air, as Tidus, he cannot. So, small little things like that. If we zoom out, you can actually see the entire board here. This is for 7 characters entirely. Really huge. But like I said, there is no like traditional leveling system. Like, I'm not a level 2 or a level 3. They kind of got rid of leveling, truthfully, in general. Like, after Final Fantasy X, like, everything, it wasn't really meant to be like a leveling system, kind of. In Final Fantasy 12, I know there's a leveling system. 11, of course there is, because it's an online game.
Ha! Watch this!
That's gonna require magic.
Only magic can beat that thing. If you can't beat them down, you gotta use magic of an element they don't like.
Magic? Element?
Let's have our black mage show you what I mean. Lou, you're up.
Clueless, aren't you? Good thing I'm here. Spells of ice work well against fire fiends, and ice fiends are weak against fire magic. You follow?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means...
Which means we're gonna have to use fire.
That was a bad example. This one's a water fiend, so fire and ice aren't very effective.
Enough with the lesson.
So if I was
Let's get
actually
this
paying
over
attention,
with,
which
yeah?
I was not during the explanation right there, I would have known that, yeah, I should have used ice. Sorry about that. Alright, continuing on.
Take your time.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Huh?
Are you ready?
What's going on?
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chapu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat. That should do it.
Alright, and we're just gonna quickly save here. Continuing on. Oop. Something in our bed. There's a couple of things that you can actually gain. Oh, yep. I'm just gonna let this fight go on for a bit. It doesn't take all that long, it's just... you've already seen the character before. Kimahri. Jump! An ability that's used by Cid in Final Fantasy VII, Kain Highwind in Final Fantasy IV, and you can also use it in Final Fantasy 15. We're just gonna heal up a bit here. It's a super annoying battle.
That's enough.
What's with that guy?
Kimahri Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the Fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another of Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kimahri doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
Huh.
Alright, so something you may not notice in this game actually is that nobody will ever say Tidus' name. Like, that's why it allows you to actually name him yourself. It just doesn't allow you to name anybody else other than characters whose name will never be spoken.
A flyer! That's your department, right?
True, true. But, why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of?
Alright, and they're just gonna let us... I don't want to, like, use... it's gonna make me.
Your first real battle. Let's see some style.
Show us what your training has taught you, Yuna.
Okay.
Alright, summoning Aeons, we don't need to read about that. Certain enemies, Sonic Wing can actually cause them to like skip a turn for them. This is not one of those enemies, sadly. Well, he did just then. It might work for him, I'm not entirely certain. So I'm gonna try that combination of moves again. Yep, it does work. Lovely. Basically, the beginning of this game is a lot of fighting battles like this. You just come up with something that you know works. Let's use Thunder. You just come up with a combo that like works really well, and then you just go with that for that enemy. And I guess the beginning of all Final Fantasy games are just kind of trying to get you used to that until you actually go into battles that you need to really study in order to actually defeat the enemy.
Another one of those. No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say goodnight, birdie.
I know Lady Yunalesca, when you fight her, it's gonna be super annoying because there's a lot of really ridiculous things that you have to keep control of. And let's pull out Tidus. But yes, with Lady Yunalesca, it's I know you have to. It's a lot of zombification, stuff like that. That'll keep you damaging her. Otherwise, you can't really like. She'll go into a. I don't want to entirely spoil it, but she'll go into a. After you defeat one of her health bars, she'll just transform, and yeah, then you have to fight her again. She transforms two times. She has 3 different forms, transforms twice. And I was beyond pissed when I saw that she had a 3rd form, though, when I fought her. Warrior Sword. Huh, nice. Alright, so we're just gonna, like, go to the Sphere Grid with Wakka. Alright, we want Wakka to... Moves here. 1 second here. We move Wakka there. He can gain 2 agility points. Yeah, we're gonna follow this path. Ah. There we go. There's some things that you can actually gain from being around here. Like you can see on the map down there, the little white dots. Those are chests and stuff and such. You can see one down there, right below the map. Nope. Alright, so we're going to use... Yeah, we're going to use a special here. We're going to cheer everybody up. Let's use... we can't use Dark Attack. He's actually all out of MP for the current moment. Condor. Overkill. This. Black Magic. We're going to go with Blizzard. Of course he does that. Alright, overkill again. Keep forgetting that attack's not gonna work.
This is gonna take a while.
I'll handle it.
Well, yeah, we all know you're gonna handle it. Yeah, let's try lightning. Alright, and I believe, yep, Lulu gained hers. She's got a whole bunch of magic, as you would obviously expect. And we're just gonna follow this path down here because it's just gonna be easier, kind of. If we followed this path up here, it would, truthfully, we could probably gain some better stuff. But, truthfully, a lot of this stuff is just like, HP, that's nice. Strength, for Lulu, it's not all that great. We want to keep to the magic and all here down. We want to keep all of her magic abilities, and I believe, yep, Cheetah's leveled up as well. Technically leveled up. And he's gonna gain an ability. He gains Flee, which is pretty nice. And we're gonna go this way instead, because we can, obviously, it's gonna be stuff that is optional. If that's just a regular flower. Oh yeah, this is actually where we last were. When we jumped into the water, and we swam over to Besaid. Kind of swam. So never mind that. Save here again. And there we go. I'm not gonna go there quite yet. Gonna walk around a bit, check everything out. Whoops. There being a little island that you can actually go over to, over in this area, I believe, which should hold a chest, if I am correct about that. Otherwise, it might have been the beginning of the game where you had to do it, but it won't let me go all the way over there, but in fact, it really limits me to exactly how far I can go. Yep, here we are. The moon crest that I was talking about actually in an earlier episode. Completely forget what it actually does. It's a key item, of course. I would have to search it up to see exactly what it does. I've completely forgotten. But really picking up every item, chest, and all that and stuff, it really helps if you're looking to do a whole bunch of, like, random stuff. Like if you want to go to the tournament and all that and such. Let's check the end of here. Nothing. And then, of course, gain our farewell gifts. Seeker's Ring. Whoop. An Ether. Little kid's not gonna give nothing because they ain't worth nothing. fairly certain Yuna doesn't even know who that kid is.
Goodbye.
Boo. Huh? Huh?
Alright, let's talk to Wakka, our main man.
Come to think of it, I haven't told you where we're going. First to Kilika Island. Then we change boats and head for Luca. For that though, Yuna's gotta pray at the temple. I'll be guarding. We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory too, so you come along, yeah?
Great plan.
Hey, it is a great plan.
Don't look at me.
Alright, and I know I mentioned before that the game is super linear. Very true until the end of the game when you're able to...
where you came from.
Okay, then Lulu, that's pretty sassy. Alright, but yeah, you're not able to actually go anywhere else other than like your destined path. So it's a point A to point B game until the very end after you've beaten the game, and you can go around doing a whole bunch of other side quests and all that. Just a pretty... It's an interesting take, but if the game was 100% open world from the get-go, I think it could have been better. I enjoy this game very much, though.
Yeah! Filthy, filthy. These won't sell. All me name's not Wakka. Don't look like you got much money, either. I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you are?
Wakka the 23rd. Merchant extraordinaire.
Wakka the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet.
Alright, and that's a traveling salesman. He just randomly appears throughout the game.
Someday, the name of Wakka will be spoken all over Spira. Say, lad, you wouldn't have a bit of gil to lend?
We do. Ooh. I forget how much you need to give him in order to gain something, kind of, but I'm just gonna give him 100.
I guess it pays fine seed money.
Like, I think you have to give him 1,000 gil in order to actually get something that's kind of interesting. So we're just gonna save here again. I hate that it doesn't entirely, like, show you all of that information and such, but too bad. So we're just gonna go back up here. We're actually gonna talk to a lot of people on the deck before we actually do anything.
Word is, that summoner's got noble blood. I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter. You don't say.
Lord Braska's daughter?
Yep. So they didn't do much other than just talking about You can't even get to Yuna, actually. Let's see what Wakka's got to say again.
So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
It's tough when your father's famous.
Huh?
Wakka's a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Huh?
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
Alright, and of course everybody starts playing Blitzball.
The wind. It's nice. You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkand, right?
You hear that from Wakka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Wakka. Wakka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
I've heard in Xanarkand, there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jecht told me. He was my father's guardian.
Jecht. My father. His name is Jecht.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died. 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkand.
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day, and never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jecht came to Spira.
But,
It's true, I first met Jecht 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left. The date fits, doesn't it?
yeah, but how would he get here?
You're here, are you not?
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Sin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it. Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner.
Wait! Oh boy!
Alright, so this is our second encounter with Sin. The first battle that we're really gonna have with him, though. Alright, I'm actually gonna pull Yuna out of this for the quick moment here, so we can have Wakka join in the battle. When we actually start to face Sin, that's when I'm gonna place her inside of the actual game again. Gonna use Lancet. Great ability, actually. It's going to be more important in the future when you level up Kimahri more. Oops, who am I using again? Ah. God, I can't stand that. I can attack him. Starting to pull over. Alright, and I'm gonna have Tidus attack. God dang it. Just 1 HP, really. That's ridiculous. Alright, now that, darn, we are gonna have to.
How many of these things are there?
The Finn! Attack the Finn!
Fighting at a distance, can't use regular swordplay. We're gonna keep Wakka inside. Just because he can do, whoops. Because he can do ranged attacks. But as for Tidus, we're gonna have to switch him out with, let's do Yuna. She's not gonna be able to summon quite yet, so let's switch Lulu in instead. And have her use fire on a couple of them. People just have something wrong with, Wakka right now. They always have something wrong with Wakka. When you play this game, you'll eventually start seeing that everybody attacks Wakka. So let's start some black magic out. We're going to use Thunder against Sin. We hardly do any damage whatsoever to Sin. So we're just gonna keep attacking though, but I'm gonna pull Tidus back inside because he has a higher attack than Kimahri. I want to keep that one spine there because we don't want any more to actually spawn. Alright, and I am gonna have to pull Yuna back inside. Summon Valley 4. was almost able to do his special ability, so lucky for us, we used him in like the last fight or so. Alright, and there we go. Straight in the middle. Let's use our overdrive. There we go. Oh my. Alright, we're actually going to pull Valifor out of the battle, seeing how he is about to die soon. So let's dismiss. If it'll ever dismiss. Alright, and we'll attack you. Magic, Wizard, Sin. And somebody has Libra, but I don't know who. Like, we were able to use it with Valifor, but yeah. Alright, and we're just going to be fighting a spawn of Sen this time. We're going to cheer up, and we're going to have to heal them up because of the last battle where they were just ain't able to really fight. So Dark Attack actually on Sen spawn. Hopefully, yep, it blinded it, so it won't be able to touch us for quite a while. Till then, we'll heal up a bit. And we can also get rid of the spines over there. Sin scale, technically. See, everybody attacks Wakka. Drain touch, that he's gonna miss. We already used cheer, I believe. So let's just attack. We're gonna have to use an item on Wakka. Wakka's fairly strong. He's really strong actually, but everybody's always attacking him, and you're always gonna have to heal him up, because you're just not able to. Oop. Alright. Special. Let's use cheer again. I don't believe I actually used it in this battle. Item. I don't want to use that on him, especially if he only has 10 MP. That one was a pretty critical hit. Alright, and attack. Alright, now we're gonna have to really start healing up a bit. Ooh, that's not good. Nearly out of potions, nearly out of life. Hopefully, Tidus can survive long enough so they can use his overdrive and we'll be able to actually defeat this. It's a fairly easy fight, it's just our levels are so low and Alright, let's go to armor. Buckler. Alright, Brotherhood's looking like the only thing that we can actually really use. So let's attack these now. There we go. Nice. Ice Moomba, which is going to be an item that you can use for Lulu. It's her actual attack item.
When Sin attacked Zanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, Milady Summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Thanks, BT.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.
Huh?
Alright, and this is actually going to be the end of this episode currently. You'll find out what the sending is later. Tomorrow, actually, around 4 p.m. Is when we're going to stream next for Final Fantasy X. Like always, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel is necessary. If you don't feel like it, sure, why not? But till next time, thank you.